Paula.
Yes.
Stan the Man, what's up?
Hey. They set me up an appointment tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock to set up surgery time, and I really don't want to.
Okay, Paula, let me ask you a question real quick. If I made a video out of this to help your son and help you, could I record it?
Yes.
Okay, because it might help a lot of people. So let's get started. Your son has some issues. Can you tell me just a little bit about that?
He was born early, 5 weeks early.
Okay.
And he has never had a good immune system.
Right.
I've given him supplements to, kind of boost it, but it doesn't work. He always gets sick.
Okay.
He's now had a sore throat since January, and they have put him on 7 different antibiotics, and none of them worked.
Okay, of course not. So he has a sore throat for many months. And
the doctor said this morning was his tonsils are now pissing.
okay, so his tonsils are swollen.
Yes.
Do you know anything about the lymphatic system?
No.
Okay, so what kind of diet? What's your son's name?
Patrick.
How old is Patrick?
6.
Okay, Patrick is 6. And what's his physical health like other than the swollen lymph nodes in his throat?
When he was 2, he had lead poisoning.
He had what?
Lead poisoning.
Lead poisoning. That doesn't help.
No.
Okay, so his immune system is a little overworked. Tell me
Yes.
what his diet is like daily.
Oh, I homeschool them. I have 2 boys. And so I have been slowly working them into a raw food diet.
Cool.
I don't want to push them into it. And they love their fruits and veggies.
Okay, so what percentage of fruits and vegetables are they eating?
Probably about 30 or 40.
Okay, and what's the rest of the diet?
Pretty much whatever they want to reach in that, like dry fruits, crackers and peanut butter,
Okay.
meat, of course, because they're little.
Let me
And
guess.
then they love cereal and milk.
Okay, let me guess. Cereal and milk.
Yep.
Okay, so his lymph nodes are swollen.
Yes.
And he's got some inflammation in his throat. And there's 2 foods that will keep his lymphatic system from ever being able to be cleared in that area, and that is going to be cereals and milk. And when you combine the 2, you might as well call it quits. Somehow you've got to find a way to get the cereal and the milk out of the diet.
Okay.
At least until the swelling in the immune system goes down.
Okay.
And so really what you're going to want to do is start to dissolve the accumulated lymph in his throat area.
Okay.
So hopefully, did you say his name was Patrick?
Yes.
Is Patrick there?
He's asleep.
Oh, okay. Maybe I can talk to him a little bit later. I'm pretty good with kids.
Okay. It's 11 o'clock at night, so he's asleep.
Oh, I
We're
see.
in Iowa.
I'm sorry. Yeah, sometimes I forget that. I'm all back and forth. But anyways, what you can do is try to encourage him. Because otherwise, I've seen this. I'll give you an example. I've had probably 100 mothers call me in the last 2.5 years since I started on YouTube, and they would say, my children have earaches and sore throats every 3 months. And I'd say, before they even told me anything about the diet, I'd say, oh, just take them off the dairy. And they'd be like, oh, my kids eat a lot of dairy. And I would say, well, yeah, just take them off the dairy. And most cases, I'll hear from them 3 weeks up to maybe 3 months later, and they'll get back to me and say, you were right, Dan, the earaches are all gone. The milk and the dairy is very, very hard on the lymphatic system. For one thing, the proteins in cow's milk, a baby cow grows a lot faster than a baby human. So the proteins are already too big, and once you cook them with high heat, they become especially hard to move through. And being that he's premature, especially 5 weeks, he's already going to have a compromised immune system. So, you know, it's going to be huge if you can get him off the dairy and the cereals. And the next thing you want to do is get him on as much grapes, oranges, apples, watermelons as you can. And if you want to really boost the immune system somehow, you'll find a way to slip leafy green herbs into the diet as much as possible. Like in some apple juice, like spinach with the apple juice, celery with the apple juice, because that's going to help to strengthen the immune system.
Okay.
Which the lymphatic system is the immune system. But really, his immune system is clogged up. I mean, his lymphatic system is clogged up. Does he eat cereal and milk every day?
No, probably twice or 3 times a week.
Okay, so that's at least not that bad. But since he's in this particular situation, his body is trying to clear that stuff out of there, which has accumulated. See, certain kids have like rock solid immune systems and great genetics and a powerful constitution. They can eat cereal and milk, and their mom and dad say, it doesn't bother my kids to eat cereal and milk every day. But then there's going to be kids like Patrick that were 5 months premature, the immune system didn't fully develop, and he doesn't have the detoxification genetics and constitution that other kids are going to have. So you're going to have to work a little bit more, you know, you're going to have to artistically create a way to get him to be at least 80% fresh, raw fruits, vegetables, juices, salads, and smoothies.
Okay.
And then if you're going to do anything cooked, it would be like steamed veggies. Brown rice and quinoa are fairly benign, but they're also mucus forming. And so how much do you know about diet, Paula?
I'm overweight, so I've been training the diet a long time. I'm now on my 5th day of doing a water diet. On the water fast.
So how much? What's your weight like?
It was 256, and I'm down to 245 this morning, I think it was.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to do the water fasting when you've got some excess. Have you felt pretty well so far?
Tired.
Yeah, well, that's to be expected. Yeah, okay. Well, keep going on that, and then for you, you're going to do the raw foods.
Oh, yeah.
And then...
I haven't had no cooked foods in 3 months now.
Epic. Nice work. So now it's time for the kids.
They're getting there.
Okay. Let's talk about the... Well, it sounds like they're doing good. If I can talk to them later, that'd be great. Let's talk about the cutters, wanting to do the cutting. What do you think the benefit would be to have them cutting things out? Or cutting things up?
It would get rid of their ADHD if I could get them off all cooked foods. Because it's all processed stuff, and I don't want them on that. I'm talking about the doctors that want to do the cutting. Oh, okay.
What are they trying to?
They said that it would be better if he had his tonsils out, and I'm like, well, then there's something that I could do instead. They're like, no, we need to just take him out. So.
If you cut the tonsils out, then how are they going to work at detoxifying later? Don't you think it would compound the problem if they cut out parts of his lymphatic system?
I'm going to ask him that tomorrow.
Okay, well, try to be chill, because the doctors, they just don't understand. They're not trained in detoxification and regeneration and anatomy and physiology and how the body works. So you don't want to get discouraged. You may have to use your own common sense, and you do have a right to, make your own health decisions. A lot of people get their tonsils cut out, and they regret it because they're very useful. I think God put everything in there for a reason, and we need to kind of understand what that is. So I'm not a medical doctor, and I can't give medical advice, but I think for me personally, I'll just tell you what I do, Paula, is I avoid surgeries at every cost, because that doesn't seem like a very good idea to cut something out when we could just clean it out. So that's my mantra. Don't cut it out, clean it out. So clean out his lymphatic system in his throat area with fruits and green juices as much as possible. Get him to drink water, give him rest, and massage his back and neck and shoulders, and help him get let him get a lot of rest.
And he's been sleeping constantly last 2 days.
Good. Well, that means his body is really trying to do the work right now. And so Paula, you're going to have to make your executive decision, but you can clean out his body, and it sounds like he's a smart young man, and he will be willing to work with you. Like I said, if he needs to talk to me, you know, I'll get him supercharged on hooking it up. Okay, Paula. So I know I talked a lot. Is there anything else though?
I know that I've been watching your videos with the kids version of the lemon ginger blast help him.
Will the lemon ginger blast help him for kids? Oh, for sure, definitely, because the lemons are very astringent, and they'll start pulling and tugging on the lymphatic system. If you can get some herbs in there like spinach, if you could slip a little bit of dandelion green in there, not too much to ruin the flavor, but enough to start moving the lymph in the liver. Just a little bit of dandelion greens, not too much, just maybe like 8 or 10 leaves, you know, and a lot of apples.
Going this Saturday to Walmart to pick out a juicer and a blender.
Okay, so are you on a fixed budget right now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So that's good. What's your budget for the juicer?
I'm gonna try and spend less than $100.
Okay, well why don't you look up the Breville Juice Fountain Plus Reconditioned, $90, epic. Did you write that down? You can watch the video. I'm going to put this up right now.
Oh, okay.
And then the blender, try to get whatever the cheap ones burn up pretty quick. So if you can get like if you can get a Suburbia blend right in the middle, you know, if you spend $30 or $40, it's kind of ghetto. It doesn't really work that well. So try to spend a little bit there if you can, as much as you can for something a little more middle of the road.
Okay.
So yeah, is there anything else, Paula? I think you got the essence of it. It's pretty simple.
Oh yeah.
The fruit is gonna soften up and move the lymph, and the other foods are just gonna clog it up and make it very difficult for his body to clean itself out, because cooked food taxes the organism quite a bit. The metabolic energy that it needs to cleanse and heal right now. So try to get him on his high raw food, focusing on fruits and like things like cucumbers and celery. Simple high water fruits and vegetables, and lots of water. If he likes tea, that's really good. Orange juice would be very beneficial. Fresh orange juice, always fresh.
He loves helping me make fresh orange juice.
Get him involved. It'll win every time. If you get the kids involved, they'll get stoked. I think you're going to do well, Paula. I feel sad that because the medical community, sometimes they're a little too excited to cut without thinking things through. Where we want to clean these kids out, we want to clean these human beings out instead of cutting them up. Now there is always, circumstances where a surgery is absolutely necessary, but usually I would say it's about 3% of the time, and I'm not a medical doctor. I just know how the physical body works, and we should definitely clean it out and detoxify it, regenerate it, and energize it. So that's just my little gift to the world. So Paula, I want to do a follow-up if I can. You've got my number now, so just text me or call me, and we'll do a follow-up in about a month when he's feeling a lot better.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thanks a lot, Paula.
I watch your videos too, so.
I'll try to do some more stuff for kids in the future, but this one's going to go up right now. It was a great video. I appreciate you letting me do that. I hope it helps a lot of people. You'll do really well, Paula. I'm proud of you for what you've done so far already.
Okay. trust me, we watch them every day they go up.
Awesome. Cool. Well, I'm glad you got a hold of me. Thank you, Paula.
Thank you.
Peace be with you and God bless Patrick.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks a lot, guys. I sure appreciate you. This is a unique kind of a thing that I do, and that was off the fly, and so I always try to end these videos by reminding you that subscribing to these videos is really cool. Giving them the thumbs up is really cool, and also I'm trying to remember to let everyone know about my website, regenerateyourlife.org, where I sell DVDs, and you can get more information and stuff through those DVDs. And I just appreciate your time and attention here, and the work that you're doing to improve your life with the fruits, vegetables, and the love. Thank you very much. Dan McDonald, the Life Regenerator, your servant. Peace.